Go! Kerr over the top, she's found Hannah West directly, still going Hannah West! Irwin with the pick and go, Grieve right on her shoulder, gives it short to Vicky Irwin again! What a right hand fend that was.
Here comes Jazz Joyce. Is anybody going to be able to stop her?
But Rowland goes around the outside, Helena Rowland! Harrison, oh lovely work from Harrison to find the gap. Oh, steps one way, then the other. Hello everyone and welcome to the Stoop. Beautiful conditions here as the Allianz Premier 15s continues apace. This is the rearranged fixture between the champions Harlequins and Worcester Warriors. Quins currently in fourth place, not going to say in crisis but certainly short of a few players, just 22 in the squad today, and Worcester Warriors searching for their first major scalp of the season. I'm led to believe there's some other rugby going on today, but we're glad to have your undivided attention and very glad to have the company of Gio Comerford. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm very well, thank you for asking. You say you're very well, however, you are post-op.
I am.
You're not out there,
no.
so give us an update on what's happening, where you're at and when we can expect to see you again.
Yeah, so I ruptured my ACL about 14 weeks ago, so I am 11 weeks post-op, doing really well. Yeah, rehab is brilliant, got the best facilities and the best sort of support around me with the girls. So obviously, yes, gutted not to be running around with them at the moment, but can't wait to be back out there, but they're doing a great job out there anyway, so.
Rehab club must be pretty busy at the moment.
It is. It certainly is. Our physios are doing an extremely good job. There is a lot of players in and out of that rehab club, as we call it. So yes, pressure is on, but they're doing a great job to get everyone back on the field.
Well, let's talk about the build-up to this match. It's the third in a succession of 4 home games at a really key point of the season.
Yeah.
All the girls that are out there today, what's the vibe like? What's the atmosphere like? And sort of what are you hoping to build towards?
Yeah, so we're obviously building towards getting into that top 4 position and finishing there. And the vibe amongst the girls is always a good one. Everyone is always out there supporting each other, and within the week we've had a really good culture session this week, which has brought us even closer together. So yeah, working really hard.
Opportunities for players to come in today, of course. There are the regular faces, there's that midfield partnership, a very experienced front row, but Freya coming in at 15 and Ellie starting again at 10. Massive day for them.
Yes, so Freya's had a really good couple of games at 15 for the last couple of weeks, and she's really, putting her name on that shirt with the absence of Ellie Kildan. Ellie Green coming back into the fold, returning from injury. Saw her working really hard in rehab club, so it's great to see those girls filling in those shirts and not a difference on the field today from previous.
If you haven't seen it yet, and that goes for you guys at home as well, Ellie taught me how to place kick the other day, and I was so impressed with everything from her technique to the way she explained it. It didn't stop me being absolutely terrible at it, but it is great to see her back in the 10 jersey. Let's talk about Worcester Warriors then, because they're currently sat in 8th place in the league. They've run a few teams close. They scored 30 points against Quins when they were flying high at the beginning of the season. And here in the sunshine at the Stoop, I'm not going to say they've got a point to prove today, but they've certainly got an opportunity to do something brilliant.
Yeah, they'll definitely be out looking for a scalp today. They are a team that is absolutely littered with internationals across the board, missing 10 of their internationals today who are away with Wales and various other camps and things. So, but still an extremely strong squad, so it'll be a really interesting, exciting game of rugby today.
Certainly will. Very much looking forward to having your company on co-commentary as well. I'm looking forward to having your company wherever you're watching around the world. But as we count down to kick-off, let's hear from Jared Mullen. Well, Jared, the cupboard is bare, but there still seem to be the ingredients for a delicious meal. 22 in the squad today. Is that because they're the only players available?
Yeah, look, unfortunately we're up against it with players away for international camps in Scotland and in Wales, and also got a big injury list. But look, we got 22 players here who are motivated to take the field today and do a good job.
Well, that does provide opportunities for players, of course. And a quick word on Freya Orkin. She's in at 15 again today. Last time we saw her here at the Stoop was against Gloucester Hartbury, and she had a pretty good time of it.
Yeah, no, Freya's a great young talent. primarily a scrum half, but she's doing a fantastic job. We've got some injuries in the back three at the moment, but a big talent. Trains the houses down every week. Good pace, good link player, strong tackler, and I think she's got a big future.
Despite the fact that we do have these shortages, you're still in 4th place in the league. A victory today, you go level on points with 3rd place. Is it just a case of hanging in there till everybody's back and putting yourself in a good position come the playoffs? Yeah,
I think like we definitely have areas of our game we want to focus on. But yeah, I think in any when we won the trophy last year, we had difficult moments in the season. I think that's when you win the trophy is when you're really tested. So yeah, I think if we can hang in there next 2 weeks, just keep grinding it out, I think we'll have every chance. Yeah.
A word on Worcester Warriors, because their league position doesn't necessarily reflect the qualities that they've got as a team. The likes of them and Sale Sharks, they feel as though they haven't been that far away this year, and Harlequins offers a potentially big scalp for them.
Yeah, I mean they've pushed quite a few strong teams close. I think they lost to Bristol by a last play kick. Scored a lot of points against Saracens. They've beaten Loughborough, so we're expecting a good contest today. They'll come here with not much to lose, so they'll be throwing the ball about. They'll be taking quick taps, crossfield kicks. So we need to expect the unexpected.
66-31 earlier in the season. Would you take that again?
Yeah, I mean, think probably a typical Quins result, that one. High scoring. Yeah, I think for sure. I know it's going to be a close game today. Any sort of win we'll take for sure.
Good luck today.
Thank you. Cheers.
Well, Jared Mullen predicts a close game. As you can see, it will be a game played in the sunshine. Beautiful conditions here. Harlequins Women versus Worcester Warriors, live from the Stoop here in the Allianz Premier 15s. Let's take a look at how the teams line up. Still a little bit of time ahead of kickoff. Only 22 named in the squad, but it is a strong 15 for Harlequins Women. That is a very different team to the one that I have, but I can tell you that Ellie Green is back in at outside half. Freya Hawkins is in at 15. In fact, I'll just read the 1 to 15 for you for Harlequins. It is 1 Toe Vixen, 2 Amy Cocaine, 3 Shauna Brown, 4 Rosie Galligan, 5 Sarah Beckett, 6 Elle Blaw, 7 Bethan Dayton and 8 Amelia Harper. The halfback pairing is Lucy Packer and Ellie Green returning to the side, as we already spoke about. Izzy Mayhew at 11 with Heather Cowell back at 14. Freya Orchid at 15, and the centre partnership is Rachel Burford, captain in the side, from 12, and Langi Chuima at 13. As for Worcester Warriors, they are missing those players in the Welsh and Scottish camps, but they come here with all kinds of international quality. They welcome Paige Barry's back into the setup as well. She's on the left wing, returning from Canada Sevens duty. Minori Yamamoto pulling the strings from outside half. Certainly one to watch, and great to see Elle February back in the front row. She had a scoring return after a lengthy layoff from an ACL injury. That was against DMP. She is in the front row alongside Carmen Tremelling and Flo Long today. International class in the back row as well. Joe Brown captains the side with Alex Matthews at open side. Well, Gio, when I mentioned Elle February's ACL there, I'm not entirely sure what your reaction was, but hopefully a positive one, because she's come back from it and you're hoping to do the same.
Definitely. It's so good to watch players coming back from injuries like ACLs, and it's obviously such a long process, but with the support we get at the moment, it's a brilliant one.
Well, let's talk about support then, because even on a big Six Nations day, there's still a nice gathering of fans over there in the DHL stand. You were here for the game changer. It wasn't the result that Harlequins were after, it was probably the occasion though. The support was fantastic.
Yeah, support, it was an absolutely brilliant vibe last week here in the stands. Had a couple of friends that have not come to see a women's game before, came up to watch last weekend. So yeah, really great turnout and really good to see the club supporting that.
Well, if the league table remains as it is, that is a potential semi-final. Saracens currently in first place in the league, Harlequins in fourth. A bonus point victory today. A lot can happen in 80 minutes, but a bonus point victory. Then they go level on points with Exeter Chiefs. But the league as a whole, it's as open, it's as high quality as it's ever been, and the quality is only going up and up and up.
Yeah, it's impressive to watch the league this year. There's not a single game I think you can predict anymore, and that is why you have to be on top form week in, week out, and all the players really, really have to work hard.
You certainly do, and it's teams like Worcester Warriors, and we've already spoken about them, Sale Sharks, who, for a strong league, it's important that they perform well, and they have been performing well. Sale Sharks hosted Bristol Bears a couple of weeks ago, and it was level at half-time. Then, because of the intensity of the first half, the level just dropped down a little bit. And this Worcester Warriors team, they have come close against the top sides. They've beaten some as well. They beat Loughborough Lightning, scored 30-odd points against Harlequins earlier in the season when Quins really had the wind in their sails, and they're going to come here today in the sunshine on a hard surface and really have a go.
Yeah, this Worcester Warriors team have been taking it to the wire against a lot of the big name teams in the league, but like we say, there is so much competitiveness amongst the league now, and I expect they'll be looking to take us to the wire today and really perform.
And they've got every opportunity to do so. If you are just joining us, a very, very warm welcome again. We are a few minutes away from kick-off. It is Harlequins against Worcester Warriors. This is the rearranged fixture that was cancelled for the dreaded C word a couple of weeks ago, but this is the game in hand for Harlequins. So victory, very, very important indeed. And they're all important games as well. And I think as a championship side, as any side, if you can come through periods like this, when you do have injuries, where you do have players missing due to international call-ups, and that really stands you in good stead when you move into the business end of the season. Yeah,
that's important of strength and depth in the squad, and we definitely have an injury crisis, as we might call it at the moment, but there's some really strong players so close to returning, and all the girls that are out there on the pitch today are filling those shirts well.
Yes, they certainly are. They had a great victory here a couple of weeks ago against Gloucester Hartbury. But consistency has been the key, hasn't it? That was something that, well, it was key to victory in the championship last year, being able to put those consistent performances together. But due to the injuries, due to the changes, due to perhaps having the extra pressure of being champions, it's not been a particularly consistent season for Quins up to this date.
Yeah, it's been definitely a different season. Every single team raises their game against us now, because we are the reigning champions, and that is what they're looking to take that scout week in, week out. So every team's stats can go from middle of the game to right up the top when they're playing against Quins. So yeah.
Well, it's Saturday afternoon, 3 o'clock kickoff. This is like the traditional slot for a game, isn't it? 3 o'clock Saturday. So provided you kick off at 3 on a Saturday, what does the rest of the week look like building up to the next game for Harlequins Women?
Yeah, so Sunday's obviously an important rest and recovery day for the squad, all the aches and pains that definitely come out. Mondays are a training day, so sometimes we'll have a yoga session, other days it'll be more of a skill session, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays are the full-time day sessions. So yeah, it's always a busy week, and there's no sort of foot off the gas these days. So
Worcester Warriors, the first out of the tunnel. This is the Stoop. This is our home, the Matt reads. And it is a home where Harlequins are hoping to put another firm foot into the playoffs. Worcester Warriors in that recognisable navy jersey. There are a lot of reflections between both the men's and the women's teams for Harlequins and Worcester Warriors. But ultimately, the quality here at home should just be enough to get Quins into the playoffs and give them the opportunity to defend that trophy they won last year. Rachel Burford leads Quins out of the tunnel in the famous quarters. Still players playing out of their traditional positions. Sarah Beckett from the back row into the second row. Freya Orkin not at 9, at 15. But it is still two top sides. Harlequins versus Worcester Warriors, live in the Allianz Premier 15s. Ellie Green with the ball in hand. Max Weston, the man with the whistle. And we count down to kick-off with the famous baritone of Mike Boville. Stoop fans recognise the voice. And Ellie Green gets us underway. A high tackle and an early penalty advantage for Worcester Warriors. Rachel Burford, the guilty party. And an early opportunity for Worcester Warriors to kick into Quinn's territory. And when you talk about having a positive start and a good kick chase, it's not what you want first up.
It's not the best start, but we're definitely in the right areas of the field is where we want to be playing, so we will get back down there, I'm sure.
Minoru Yamamoto, first touch for her, the first Japanese player to represent Worcester Warriors.
Just use the corner, yeah, lovely stuff. Thank you.
Fantastic skill set, great to see her. And many internationals from all over the globe here in the Premier 15s. That's been overthrown but gathered at the back. It's Flo Long. And now the heavy carry with Amelia Buckland. Here is Yamamoto, bit of width on it, and Varley gets the offload away. Now Sarah Nicholas passes that one straight into touch. I think it might have been forward as well, so it could be an option here, but Paige Farries couldn't quite get there. A tantalising ball for her to run onto. So the first Warriors line are overthrown. How did the first Quins one go? Oh, it's challenged in the air. But Amelia Harper does well. Tipped on one, and there's Sarah Beckett. That tape round her ears. First of many carries for her. Tuima puts that one into the sky. Heather Cowell's underneath it. It's gone forward. It was Washington. Difficult one for the referee to spot that, but Max Weston does well. Two and a half minutes in. We've got a line out for both sides. Now a first look at the set scrum. Tremelling, February and Long in the front row for Worcester Warriors. Vixton, Cocaine and Brown for Quins. Jess Kershaw, in it comes from her Centre of Excellence graduate. Proof that that system's working, and passes that off the left hand and misses everyone, and Paige Farries cleans up. It's a little bit messy, but she didn't clean up that well. Oh, and offside as well. Oh, that is an error for Worcester Warriors. And those are the frustrating ones for teams, aren't they?
They definitely are. You can see from the early plays in the game that they're looking to really play on that game line and bring the ball forward. So frustrating for Worcester, but I'm sure lots of running rugby to come.
Certainly the conditions for it. Yeah, just a couple of errors compound.
On the line, please.
From a line out, scrum ball in a good position. Give away a needless penalty, and you're defending your 22. Amy Cocaine with the ball. Oh, it comes back Harlequins' way, not a knock on, says the referee, and Quinn's into the 22 for the first time. That's Elle Bloor. A little bit scrappy from both teams.
Backwards, locked on by Blue.
Now, here's Green. Kick in behind, she kicks away the advantage. And then it goes skyward, Green's underneath it. Good take from Ellie Green, and a good chase from Sarah Nicholas. Bit of invention from Green, the kick doesn't quite work. Is that side entry? Yes it is. Amelia Buckland. Oh, it's a pretty tasty clear out, but an illegal one.
Yeah, definitely the intent is there. We just need to make sure they're doing that legally.
Full Blue from the side.
And 2 penalties conceded by Worcester Warriors. Both in positions where Quins can kick quite into the 22 there. both silly penalties, and I think that'll be frustrating for Joe Yap and the rest of the coaching staff. Dainton at the front. Packer in there. Burford, Green, Tuima. Oh, has a little dart, but is well covered. Can't get the offload away. Looked like it could open up there for Harlequins. Now Green. Gallagher. Now Shauna Brown. Dips that left shoulder, gets over the game line. Green wants it again. Now Ellie Green, a few players outside her. Dainton, not sure she was expecting that. Bethan Dainton.
9.
Oh, this time it's Jess Kershaw.
Tackle complete, 9, no release.
3 penalties. Now, before they make the decision, what would you do? Corner or posts?
Corner.
9 blue.
A very Quinsy response, if ever there was one.
Yes, very early on in the game, definitely got to go for the corner, and the strength of the driving from Quins is definitely a force to be reckoned with.
Amy Cockayne, 7 tries already this season, 3 tries in the last 2 games, including a couple here against Gloucester Hartbury from that driving wall. They've got to do the first job first, and they haven't managed it. It's pinched by Cara Brincat at the front. So that is a small victory for Worcester Warriors, but now they need to exit, and Jess Kershaw shapes up for the left foot kick. This bounce, and another Cowell knocked into touch there by Farries. Great read there by Brincat.
Sideways to touch your line. Thanks, Rachel.
Short numbers, fumbled and then taken, and now Green has it in midfield. There's Beckett, our lovely offload. Tuima thinks about the pass, and basketball style over the top.
Tackle 13.
Good shot there. That was Joe Brown, wasn't it, on El Blore. Oh, Rosie Gallagher, the 2 second rowers linking well. Scrappy start.
Yes, definitely a scrappy start. Both teams sort of feeling their way into this game, I think. But I think we're definitely moving in the right direction. We are playing the right areas of the field, and Worcester are putting pressure on us. It's a windy day, so interesting to see what comes off the boot.
Yeah, we've not spoken about the breeze too much, but it really does rattle round, and Yamamoto, that is not a great kick. So Harlequins back up over halfway. Missing touch, then he'd been under the pump. Carry there from Beckett. And then Shauna Brown picks and goes. Needs to be careful not to get turned over. That was Jade Sheckles over that. Oh, it's a great turnover though. Beth Dainton couldn't get there in time. Worcester Warriors come away with it, winning that midfield battle. Yamamoto drives it downfield. Freya Orchard, good take over the shoulder. It's a real confidence builder for her as well. Dropped a couple against Gloucester Hartbury. Then holds on to it. So back-to-back penalties. This time Quinn's piggybacking Worcester up the pitch.
15.
Still scoreless as we approach 9 minutes. Yamamoto missed touch last time. Not closer to the touchline this time, and takes Worcester into the 22 for the first time.
Blue on the edge, so meter off it.
Be very exciting to see what kind of attack Worcester come up with here inside our 22, and we know they've got a really, really strong attacking line.
And the 2 centres scored 9 tries between them. Varley 5, Sheckles 4. Then stop the initial drive, and then up come the defensive line.
Don't change your bind, stay back.
Shauna Brown told not to change her bind, but she's being a nuisance there, and Jess Kershaw told to use it. She's having a dig for it though. Now Yamamoto takes it to the line, and good cover tackle by her opposite number. Oh, counter-ruck by Quins, and they've turned it over. So both teams fluffing their lines inside the 22 in the first 10 minutes here at the Stoop. Very good carry there from Beckett.
You are inside. Inside. Back first. 9 use.
So Packer boxes that in between the 10 and halfway.
Backwards.
Jamie Cockayne being a nuisance at the breakdown. Shauna Brown's over that, and driven off it. Yamamoto, little nudge in behind. Burford chases back and does well. And Alex Matthews was the first there for Worcester Warriors. Harper at 8 today, now Tuima. Straight into Buckland, good shot, and Tuima releases and goes again. Quick thinking from the outside centre to buy a couple of metres. And then the counter-up coming in from Worcester Warriors, spilled out the side. And back in Worcester hands. Surely a turnover coming here for Harlequins. Absolute chaos at the breakdown. Quins come away with it again. And then Worcester not rolling away, and the madness ends.
What an exciting tussle for the ball that was there. Yes, brilliant.
Well, quite a lot to digest there. But Max Weston eventually finds an infringement from Worcester Warriors. Both teams super competitive at the breakdown. They've come up with key turnovers at key times, but Quins now line up inside their own half.
Yeah, that when the ball was lifted, we had to carry up the side. Thanks, Joe.
Tuima very much assumed the role of kicking duty. Gallagher claims the ball. Worcester Warriors, interestingly, really challenging at the line-out, and it paid off inside the 22, but not that time. Tuima, good strike on that kick. That was Kershaw underneath it. Nicholas scrambles and gets the kick away, and now Tuima gets up ahead of steam. Oh, lovely step by Langi Tuima, and again off the left foot twice and gets the offload away to Dainton. Quins into the Warriors half. Gallagher, oh, gets met by Matthews. What a tackle by the open side flanker. But Shauna Brown goes again. A bit more intent here from Harlequins, but they're being matched in defence as Megan Varley makes the tackle. Another penalty conceded, this time Lydia Thompson. Lovely carry there from Lang.
Absolutely great carry, great feet. That's exactly what we like to see at
The first try of the season against Gloucester Hartbury here a couple of weeks ago. Taking down the corner late in the match when the bonus point was secured. Finding a good touch there. There's not a lot of room to play with.
100%, thank you. Frank, just wait, time's off. Time is off, yeah.
Oh, time off. A whole army of water carriers come on.
Yeah, looks like a lot of messages getting carried on there from the sideline, along with those water bottles, so we'll see what picks them up.
Are you trying to tell me that the water carriers don't simply assist hydration?
Oh, absolutely, that's all they do, of course.
And with that, the tunes start here at the Stoop as well. What I will say is, we can see the players there. All of the fans are gathered in those premium seats directly opposite us in the sunshine. In the stand that we're in the shade. Pretty chilly, isn't it?
Yeah, it definitely seems to have, fans are getting the top tier treatment over there with the sunshine as we're over here in the shade. But
as they should. Great to have them here. Good line-out ball to Gallagher. Now the drive begins. You've got Amy Cockayne there at the back. It halts, and will it start to go again? There are a couple of Warriors bodies strewn about the place as it starts to move again towards the line for Harlequins. 4 metres short. Rachel Burford adds her weight too. Quins closing in on the opening score. But Worcester Warriors
perhaps surviving the first test, and then the ball goes backwards. It's been pinched. Flow long. Great work by the prop. Then the kick's charged down and it's out. But that is defensive test passed from Worcester Warriors.
Yeah, I agree.
Worcester look to have really done their homework on the Quins line out there. They are defending it really well in all areas of the field, so exciting.
And now they're going to have to clear their lines. They'll be hoping for an easy and swift exit. There's our February.
Dummy throw.
Oh, dummy's the throw.
On the line.
Well, what a time to come up with an error like that. Well, Quins players lining up for the carry here. It's going to be Shauna Brown to take it on first. Great leg drive by Brown. She stopped short. Patience required by Quins. Denton might not need patience, though. She's just short. It was Jade Shekels with a good tackle. Gallagher gets met by a raft of blue bodies. There's nobody to the left of the post for Harlequins. Now there is. They all flood to the left, and there's space if they want to send it there. But the forwards eyeing at the carries here for the home team. Denton goes again.
7 no. Back foot 4.
Alex Matthews called off the ball.
No.
Harlequins' best opportunity of the match so far, right under the sticks. Now the backs flood to the right. It's going to go Green. That one's out to Cowell, who has to step inside and then gets away from Paige Farries and scores the first try of the match.
Feast your eyes on that from Heather Cowell. What an absolute finish.
Well, Heather Cowell, like Paige Farries, has missed a lot of rugby this year because of the sevens, or missed a lot of 15-a-side rugby, should I say. Lovely ball from Green as well, off the left hand. And quick thinking from Cowell, realising that there wasn't the space on the outside, saw that Farries was committed to covering. And that is a real finisher's try.
Yeah, Heather's been given all the opportunity she deserves this season and getting the recognition on both the 7s and the 15s in that England jersey. So yeah, excited to see her still finishing on top form for Quins.
Ellie Green on kicking duty. Tough one. Just 2 metres in from the touchline. She managed to find herself a strip of sunshine too. Just trying to draw it in. But the score remains Harlequins 5, Worcester Warriors 0. 16 minutes gone.
Worcester Warriors 0. Harlequins.
And that felt like a visit where Harlequins really had to score.
Yeah, I think we've spent quite a lot of time down there in that opening 16 minutes. A few line-outs didn't quite go our way, so definitely needed to come away with points, and they've done that.
Sarah Nicholas restarts. Good take. Confident handoff there by Sarah Beckett, who, even though she took the ball going backwards, manages to get a little bit of game line. Langi Tuima, oh, gets away again. Langi Tuima, player outside her, but throws another dummy. Glorious stuff from the outside centre, and Quins back into the 22. After some more silky feet from Langi Tuima. Green takes that one forward, so Burford steps in at first receiver. Looping pass out to Gallagher, who's going to rampage into the 22. Cowell gets away from one. Oh, the offload doesn't quite go to hand. Heather Cowell thought about going over for the second there, but Amelia Harper continues the attack for Quins. Vixton ships it on to her fellow prop, Shauna Brown. Now Cocaine steps off the left, and Washington tackles her. Quins within 5 metres again. Gallagher.
Tackle 13.
There are numbers for Quins on the left-hand side. Now Green, Burford, Langi Tuima, sumptuous handling and a second score.
Beautiful play from Quins there, stretching that defence from side to side there, and starting over in the left, coming back over to the right, back over to the left for the finish from Langi. Well deserved.
Well, we saw the full toolkit there, didn't we? This final offload here from Rachel Burford.
Almost basketball style there, but exactly what she needs, put her body on the line for that finish to be able to go into the corner.
And huge credit to both Green and Burford. They're just drawing the defender, taking it right to the line, making them make decisions, and creating the space. And Langi Chuima loves that left-hand corner. She's scored 2 tries in 2 games over there.
Yeah, I think we could name that bottom corner of the stand after the season, perhaps.
Langi's corner. Start the petition. Ellie Green then, second conversion in quick succession. Decent strike. Oh, it's just drifted across the face. But a couple of tries in a couple of minutes, and Harlequins lead by 10 points to 0.
Yeah, got the fire in the belly at the moment in the Quins half, so here we go.
Well, it's quite apt that Langi finished that one off, because it was her break that created the opportunity in the first place.
It was. She's had an absolute stormer of an opening 20 minutes now, so really exciting to see her on the ball.
Shauna Brown clattering into the contact zone as the match gets back underway. Beckett this time ships it on one more time. We've got Mayhew out there on the left-hand side. And Harper.
No to.
And Lucy Packer goes up the blind side.
Backwards.
Ball's gone backwards, and Amy Cockayne.
6, no, 6. Gone past the ball.
Halfway through the first half, Dainton really has taken her
Release the
opportunity. Oh, gets smashed there though. What a shot there by Cara Brinkat. Oh, a little bit upright in the contact zone and made to pay for it. Kershaw took that. Now Worcester Warriors in a good position. There's Buckland. Brown comes flying in. Kershaw. Now Washington, has that gone forward off Brown? Yes.
Pass forward and time off for the player.
Some absolutely massive collisions in midfield.
Yeah, this game is looking to be a physical encounter so far. Some big hits coming in, and that's exactly what we like to see.
Well, I'm sure everyone likes to see it, apart from Beth and Dainton, because she really took good in midfield. But she is one of the players who has had an opportunity to play some rugby at open side flanker, and she's really impressed in the last few weeks.
Yeah, she really has. I think Bethan's stats have looked absolutely insane. The amount of breakdown she gets to and her work rate around the pitch, so she's a great player and a great asset to the team.
Just over 20 minutes gone. This is the second stoppage that we've had. More opportunity for those water carriers / messenger pigeons to get on.
Messenger pigeons, I like that. That's quite a good one.
I think worryingly for Harlequins, though, it is Sarah Beckett who is down receiving medical treatment. And she's not the kind of player that you want to see leave the field for a couple of reasons. Firstly, because she's a great player and a great leader, but she's also had more than her fair share of injuries in recent history.
She has, and with that, she is back on her feet, so great to see her returning into that huddle.
Harlequins 10, Worcester Warriors 0. Tries from Cowell and Tuima.
Yeah, but we're stepping left, so it's more or less right. Okay, time is back on. Queen's ball.
And Lucy Packer with the put in. Quinn scrum to get us back underway.
Bind. Set.
Solid scrum. Worcester Warriors starting to put the squeeze on. Now Burford to the line and
tackle release.
Tuima into traffic. Green in the second phase, and now Nicholas. Good take in the end. Green underneath it. She's got Mayhew to her left, but goes the other way. Oh, lovely step. And then Farries makes the tackle.
No 14 rep.
Gallagher thinks about the offload. Dainton the first there. Now Harper. Good line speed from Warriors.
Cantor's fine. Not used. Back foot and timing.
In. Now this one, Cowell to chase. Oh, the wind catching hold of that.
Backwards.
Well, that was something that you mentioned, and that's the first time we actually saw it.
Yeah, but there's been a few wayward kicks and passes that haven't quite gone to hand, and yeah, the wind is certainly playing its part in the game today.
Yeah, as soon as the ball goes up above the level of the stand, that's when it really takes hold as Flo Long gets over the gain line. Shauna Brown trying to cause a bit of chaos. Oh, now Jade Sheckles. Good pace from Sheckles. Green making an important tackle. It's that loose ball that created some space for Worcester Warriors. Now they're tiptoeing around the 22. El Febri carries them into the 22. Yamamoto waits. It's through the hands of Washington, then off the foot. What a pickup that is by Rachel Burford. Ball fired towards it, but it's back with Quins. Now, Harper, Tuima. Quins breaking through tackles. Lovely work by Freya Orkin up over halfway. There's a 2-on-1 here. Needs to time the pass. Has it gone forward? No, says the referee. And Izzy Mayhew slides in for Quins' third try.
Beautiful footwork from Freya Orkin there.
Well, Quinn's turning the ball over and going the distance. Izzy Mayhew. Great finish, great support line. She's been running that line all day, to be fair. But let's have a look at this final pass. How about that, though, from Orkin?
Yeah, it is brilliant footwork.
You drew breath then. What does that mean?
To me, it might have been a smidge on the flat side, shall we say.
She'll say backwards out of the hands. Unfortunately, we don't have the benefit of any more angles, but the score is on the board. Referee Max Weston was up with play, and he was a lot closer than we were. And the try stands, but sweeping move there from Harlequins. And a third try of the season for Izzy Mayhew. Third conversion of the match. Agreeing this one has the accuracy but not the leg. So the score is Quins 15, Worcester Warriors 0, and bad news for Elle Bloor as she leaves the field.
Number 6, Elle Bloor, who's been replaced by 19, Lauren Brooks.
So Lauren Brooks comes on. Confirmation it's an HIA for Elle Bloor. So hopefully that is a precautionary measure, and we'll see Elle Bloor back on the pitch soon. Great Harlequin. That's an important job with the club. Got an opportunity now for Lauren Brooks. 12 appearances for Harlequins last year.
Hold. Yeah, agreed.
Oh, out on the full there from Langi Tuima. So 25 minutes in, and the first real mistake from the outside centre.
Yeah, this puts Worcester back in a great attacking position. So again, wonder what they'll come up with here. They've got some ball carriers out in the midfield there, the likes of Jo Brown. So it'll be exciting to get her on the ball.
Well, they've not had any clear-cut opportunities to score so far. Oh, one off the training ground there, though. They throw up Amelia Buckland, but go to the front instead. And Flo Long wants to carry. A great leg drive. Worcester Warriors back up to the 22. Remember, they coughed up the ball here last time, and it led to a try.
Tackle Gray off now.
Dainton and Brown make a good tackle. Yamamoto, little dummy from her, and Shauna Brown straight over the ball, and then gets driven off it. Kershaw. Buckland. It's Lydia Thompson coming in looking for work off her wing. It's Long again. First tackle of the match for Lauren Brooks. Good phase play here for Worcester Warriors. It's scrappy, but the first time they've spent time on the ball. for quite a while. Yamamoto, flat pass. Quins rush up.
Tackle.
First tackle was missed, second one was made.
Ball's come out.
Beckham Dainton putting a shoe on that. Worcester Warriors player putting their body on the line. And Quins winning the penalty. Excellently defended by the home team.
9 blue.
Yeah, the phases were really being strung together well there by Worcester. Some good carries, and you know they're dealing with the turnover threat of the likes of Shauna Brown really well. So yeah.
Langi Tuima with the chance to make amends from the last kick. Safety first, and Harlequins back into the Worcester Warriors half. Oh no, I tell a porcupine. The assistant referee kept on walking. It's just inside the Quins half. Shauna Brown takes that on the overthrow and gets those legs driving again, makes 10 metres and then gets the ball away to Dainton. Ellie Green waits. Options inside and outside. Oh, the ball's gone backwards and then forwards, and that's a shame.
Yeah, it was a really nice string of play there. Just unfortunate that Freya Orkin wasn't able to gather that ball.
Well, Izzy Mayhew had come off the wing and had that stuck in the fingertips of Freya Orkin. Then alarm bells would have been ringing for Worcester Warriors, but both teams a little bit guilty of letting the opposition off on those first phase plays.
Crouch. Bind.
Kershaw, ball in hand. Let's have a look at this scrum. Because it was solid on the Quins put in, but I wonder if Worcester Warriors might want to put a bit of pressure on here. No, the pressure comes on from Quins. Oh, lovely take by Paige Farry. She's going to be put into touch. In fact, she gets the ball away, but it wasn't a great pass, but it was excellent handling. That, not so much. Ooh, knocked on off Quins just when Beckett thought she was going in from 40 metres.
Becca's eyes were lit up there, and then she may not have done when she saw how far she had left to go, but definitely exciting.
Knocked on in the tackle by Quins. So with Lauren Brooks coming on, nothing really changed in the pack. She's gone on the blindside flanks. So there's still Harper at 8, Dainton on the open side.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Half an hour gone on our clock. Just a reminder that we're not linked in with the referee's watch. So just keep your eye on the clock and don't get too excited. Kershaw. Oh, out of the back door. Flair stuff. We love to see it, and Paige Farry's on the end of it. Presenting that ball. Not a great pass from Buckland, but an excellent pickup from February. It is scrappy for Worcester Warriors, but Matthews does well to take them up to halfway. Jo Brown there, allowed a run up. She thrives in those conditions. And again, Worcester Warriors happy to run back into traffic. Yamamoto looks to drive the ball into the 22. And again, it's gone end over end. Oh, is it going to go all the way? Oh, that is a mistake from the Japanese outside half. The 50-22 was on, but she bit off too much. Not just giving away the ball, but giving away field position and all that momentum that they were building with those big carries.
Yeah, Alex Matthews and Jo Brown coming up the middle, putting in the massive carries there, and unfortunately just a little bit too much on the end of that one. But you can see exactly what they're trying to do, and they're trying to play in the right areas of the field.
The Warriors sending their replacements had to get warm, stay warm. Could do with one of those bench coats actually. You can't see them in your shots, but they're those sleeping bag style ones.
Yeah, just the ankles to face the elements when you've got those on.
How much percent from here?
So everyone on the open side.
Crouch.
For Harlequins.
Wait, Daddy.
Izzy Mayhew off her left wing. She's actually in there at
Set.
second receiver in between Green and Burford.
Send it to Mummy.
That's Beckham Dainton down at number 8 as well. So now Green, oh, good pickup again, and a floated pass out to Cowell. That's gone backwards though. Oh, okay.
Referee sees different there, but may have come off the fingertips and bounced backwards. So
Again, not quite coming off for Harlequins.
Yeah, the first phase plays for neither side are really coming off at the moment. You can see exactly what Quins are trying to do there by overloading that and creating the overlap for us. So we'll see.
Crouch! We agreed before the game yesterday, not having this. Happy? Both of you. Crouch! Bind! Set!
Second go at scrum time then, and it comes from Kershaw.
9-9.
Good battle there between Vixton and Flo Long. Yamamoto through the hands this time. Varley and then Farries. Good pass off the left hand, and Lydia Thompson steps inside.
Tackle 12. Back foot.
Yamamoto. That's Alex Matthews into 3 Quins defenders. It's better from Worcester Warriors. Could be some space outside, especially when the tackles miss. Jade Shekels drives into the Quins half, takes on Cowell.
Knock-on advantage.
Ball's been left behind by Varley, but a first real glimpse of what Jade Shekels can offer.
The cow looks to be in a little bit of discomfort there, so really hoping that that is just a stinger.
Well, she made a good tackle on Shekels, but that is the danger she poses, Shekels, isn't it? She gets away from the first tackle and she's got that change of pace to take the game away from the opposition.
Yeah, we spoke about her before the game and the strength that she brings to the Worcester back line. She's definitely a strong ball carrier and she's got distribution skills about her as well. The offload didn't quite go to hand that time, but exciting player on the ball.
Well, Heather Cowell back on her feet, great news for Quins. And Jade Shekels, I think when she plays well, the team play well too. She's a very popular part of this Worcester Warriors outfit. She was the Players' Player of the Year last season. Former Hartbury. Then again, just about everyone's former Hartbury at some point, aren't they? It is a rugby factory down there.
It definitely is. It's a great place where great young talent comes through the ranks, and quite a lot of the players in the Prem 15s have all been through Hartbury at some point.
And also a brilliant place to really concentrate on your training as well, because there's no mobile phone signal there.
Yes, there's definitely a few places you have to travel to around this league where signal's not quite the strong point, but luckily here we're all right.
Well, Gloucester Hartbury
Time on.
among the 8 teams who have got the week off this week. These two playing a rearranged fixture, but it is business as usual in the league next week. And we've got another live stream for you as well. Harlequins hosting Sale Sharks on Sunday. Make sure you join us for that one as the ball comes in from Packer.
Yeah. Both sides.
Well, you can tell that scrum was a mess because Alicia Washington slid out of it on her backside.
Yeah, the USA Eagle not wanting to be folded over like that at all, I'm sure. So hopefully this reset will see a good set piece.
So 5 minutes to go on our clock, 90 seconds to go on the clock in the venue, but that's continued ticking when the referee has said time off. So it's probably somewhere in between. Decent scrum this from Worcester Warriors. Flo Long putting the pressure on, and some work to do for Dainton, who does well, wearing 7 but packing down at 8. Yamamoto over that ball and winning the penalty. Great work from the outside half.
Yeah, that Quinn scrum really under pressure there. Great set piece from Worcester, and they reap the benefits of the turnover.
Well, they've been threatening to do it in the scrums we've had so far, and they've gone for the scrum again. Oh, big decision made. But after you've just had a dominant scrum like that, you're on the 22 and you can create some backs on back space, then why not? Big scrum this for Long and Vixton. That's where the battle is.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Well, Cocaine's popped up, penalty advantage coming.
One hip tap.
Yeah, the appeals coming from the Worcester sideline there for Amy Cockayne having topped out that scrum, so they've reaped the benefits again.
Well, interestingly, they're going for the points here, which I understand because they don't want to go into half-time with a nil. However, with the scrum going so well, surely you pack down and maybe look for the penalty, maybe even the yellow card.
Yeah, I mean, that's 2 scrums back-to-back that have gone in Worcester's favour, so interesting decision to take the points, but let's hope that they do take them.
You don't hope that. Don't lie to me.
Completely neutral, completely neutral.
Sarah Nicholas, another former Hartpury player. Her first pop at goal in the match. You can see the wind rustling through her jersey. It is in her favour for this kick. And Worcester Warriors are off the mark. We will have time to restart as well. Harlequins 15, Worcester Warriors 3, and we overheard the referee there saying we have 3 minutes to go. Really important for Worcester Warriors to get rid of that 0, I think.
Yeah, and great for Sarah Nicholas. I've seen her play in the 10 shirt before as well as a 15 shirt, so she's obviously got that kicking ability, and she's slotted the first kick of the day.
So Ellie Green kicking off for the second time. Harlequins with 3 tries, chasing that bonus point, and what a take from Sarah Beckett. That is becoming something of a piece de resistance for her, especially here at the Stoop. There's Dainton, who's moved from open side to number 8, Green. Oh, lovely line there from Galligan, who gets through, tries to go over the top of the final defender, can't get there, but Quinn's back on the front foot deep in the Worcester Warriors 22. Freya Orkin taking the short ball, but not taking it cleanly, and it's a knock-on advantage. Well, there was only one thing in the... Oh, that's a loose pass.
No advantage, knocked on.
There was only one thing in the mind of Rosie Galligan there, and it wasn't a sidestep.
It definitely wasn't. Route 1 for Rosie Galligan. And after that, absolutely almost Sevens-esque take from Sarah Beckett off the kick-off there. Some really exciting stuff.
Well, she did almost exactly the same thing from the kick-off at the beginning of the match against Gloucester Hartpury, didn't she?
Yeah, trademark skills coming from Sarah Beckett lately with the offload last week and the takes off the kick-off. So very, very good skills.
She wants to be careful, because if she keeps playing like this, she'll be a full-time second row.
Ooh, don't let her hear you say that. She won't be too pleased.
Time's off. Yeah, we don't need to hold the scrum for 2 minutes.
Well, her brother Charlie, of course, captain at Ampthill. He's her #1 supporter too. Well, the physios are being kept busy. Rosie Galligan down there having that ankle wrapped. A lot of tape going on there.
Yeah, some heavy strapping, but hopefully just to keep that ticking over.
Yeah, both second rowers very important to this Harlequins dynamic. And of course, with 22 fit players available today, the last thing they want to do is lose any more.
Yeah, we definitely don't want any more long-term injuries coming out of today, but plenty of opportunity for lots of the squad members to make their passion shown today.
Bite!
Worcester Warriors
Set!
with the put-in. 1 minute to go till half-time. More solid scrum at the beginning from Quinns, and then Quinns get the shove on. It's Joe Brown who's got to clean up. Oh, lovely offload there, and Paige Farries, oh, doesn't quite get around Cowell. Very important ankle tap. And Amelia Harper called off it. Washington fumbles the ball, then gets away. Oh, can't get the offload away. How has she found the strength to get through that? Alicia Washington, as the box kick goes up, Ellie Green. Good take from Green and a good chase from Farries. Into the final minute of the half. Dainton steps off the left foot. Washington makes the tackle. Kick goes end over end. The Warriors come again. That one sliced off the side of the boot. Orkin waits for the bounce. Green's going to get there first, but that's gone right the way back into the Quinns 22. Green with a good clearance kick. which takes us all the way through to half-time in a game that has been largely scrappy with moments of brilliance. The scoreboard very much in Harlequins' favour though. 3 tries, none of them converted, and they lead Worcester Warriors by 15 points to 3. Joe, your thoughts on what we've seen in 40 minutes here at the Stoop?
Yeah, the first sort of 10 minutes was a bit, to and throw in, no one really putting their mark on the game, and then Quinn's got 2 quick tries in quick concession together, and then Worcester at the end there just putting in some really exciting final moments. Alicia caught that ball almost between her legs and still managed to find the strength to make the line break, so yeah, very well done.
Well, tries from Cowell, Tuima and Mayhew. Let's take a look at them. The first, it was when the game was a real stalemate. It needed a try to break it up. Quins were camped inside the Worcester Warriors 22, and they really needed this to happen when it happened.
Yeah, and like I said, the Heather Cowell finish. The finish from Heather Cowell was absolutely superb, and I think the back line switched which side of the pitch they were going to look to score that on almost 3 times to find the space, so really great vision.
Yeah, it was an excellent finish from Cowell, but an important pass from Ellie Green as well, of course, in her first start in the 10 jersey for a long time in the league, and putting them in for a try like that will do her the world of good. This was lovely handling, finished by Langi Tuima. A word on the first 40 minutes from her. She's been fantastic.
Absolutely brilliant first half from Langi Tuima. She has been instrumental in Quinn's attacking play. But as you can see right there, both have Ellie and Rachel Burford both put their bodies on the line, drawn that defender to allow the space.
That was the second try, and Langi Tuima's second try. This was the third, Izzy Mayhew. We'll talk about the pass, but first, let's talk about the break from Freya Orkin.
Yeah, great vision and footwork from Freya there to just stand the defender up and put Izzy Mayhew there, and having Lydia Thompson, chasing, breathing down your neck as you're running in for the line. She's great to have the pace to finish that.
Well, in what might end up being a tight game, I think you need to credit Lydia Thompson as well, because she made sure that the try was scored out wide. Otherwise, they're going in under the sticks, and it is another 2 points. But Langi Tuima involved again. Freya Orkin, should I say, she's done really well there to identify the fact that it was a prop and a back rower that she could run in between.
Yeah, kept the ball in 2 hands, waited for the hips to turn, and then came straight through the middle of the 2 players there, creating that space. So brilliant from Freya.
And then a big smile on the face of Izzy Mayhew. 3rd try of the season for her. Another one who's taken an opportunity to start in the 15. So before we have a quick break and come back for the second half, what would you like to see from either team in the second half? Firstly, for Worcester Warriors to get back into the game, what do you think they need to do?
I think Worcester just need to concentrate on getting those passes to go to hand. The intent is there, and you can see exactly how they're trying to play, just the execution has not been quite 100% yet. So if they get that up, then I think it could be a really exciting second half we have on our hands, and more of the same from Quins, but also more again of that first phase execution where ball has been going to ground and we've been not making gain line when we should be. So yeah, that's what I'd like to see.
Well, we'll be back with the second half, but the news here from the Stoop is that Harlequins are 1 try away from the bonus point, and they lead Worcester Warriors by 15 points to 3.
And then on Sunday, it is Harlequins Women.
Welcome back to the Stoop. It is Harlequins Women 15, Worcester Warriors 3. Worcester Warriors still in search of that first major scalp of the season. Harlequins looking for, firstly, a victory, secondly, a bonus point victory that will put them level on points with Exeter Chiefs and give them a bit of breathing space over Wasps, who are on the chase. Out come Quins. Shauna Brown leads them out for the second half, the first out of the tunnel. Just looking to see if that means a change in midfield. Rachel Burford coming out last, captain's privilege. Ellie Green there, back in the 10 jersey, looking pretty comfortable and competent out there too. We have received confirmation that Elle Bloor has not passed her HIA, so she'll not be returning to the field. Lauren Brooks replacing her. Vicky Foxwell on for Worcester Warriors, and she starts the second half. Oh, and that's a really positive early carry as well. What a take from Quins. That's exactly what the coaches, the players want, and that is exactly what they don't there with Amelia Harper. But getting away with one, a judge to have gone backwards. Rosie Galligan going again. She's been full of positive carries in the opening 40.
9 U's.
Picking up where she left off in the second half.
Thank you, 12.
There's Packer with the box. That's into no man's land. And then coming forward is Jess Kershaw. She's looked a live wire.
14 release.
And they're very keen on her as well, being a Centre of Excellence graduate. Great to see players coming through the system and representing at the top level. Dainton giving away the penalty, so the first opportunity for Worcester Warriors. And Ellen Murphy taking the touch, so a couple of backs changes then for Worcester Warriors. And we'll wait for the half to settle to know exactly what that's going to mean. Jade Shekels going off. Can't imagine that was tactical, so hopefully the injury not too serious. And Worcester Warriors winning the line out, and with the first opportunity to fire a shot.
It's inside the 5.
So there's Varley. A really positive carry from Varley and a good tackle from Amy Cockayne. February. Brincat offers her weight. Tremelling.
Bro. Hey, you're fine. 12's on the wrong side. 4, sorry. Not now, not now.
Referee getting Rachel Burford and Rosie Galligan mixed up there. Both with the blonde hair on the floor.
I was going to say they've both got great hair. Easy mistake to make. But another opportunity for Worcester Warriors, and they are going to kick for goal. The right decision?
They seem very confident off the kicking tee to keep that scoreboard ticking over early on in the second half, so perhaps not right or wrong decision. We'll see how the rest of the half goes.
Well, interestingly, Quins, of course, have scored 3 tries, but should this penalty be successful, the gap, just 9 points. And a bit of momentum for Worcester Warriors. Oh, it's been missed. Very kickable penalty, misses to the left of the posts, and the score remains Harlequins 15, Worcester Warriors 3. Bit of a let-off there for Quins. And Nicholas goes 1 from 2. Oh, we're back and away, and Farries straight back to the brink of the 22, Washington. Oh, lovely pick-up off the toes there by Murphy. And Murphy back into position, so she's slotted into 10. Oh, lovely feet. That was Beckett coming flying out of the line and breezed past. Now, there could be some numbers here, but again, it's a loose pass, and Cowell closes down on Washington and makes a solid contact. Dainton Here's the second to arrive. Worcester Warriors still on the ball, but pushed back close to halfway. Lauren Brooks flying out of the line there to make the tackle. Now the kick pass, searching for Thompson, but it's some fingertips from Mayhew.
Knock on. Knocked on in the tackle.
An advantage for Quins, but they've kicked that away. And Sarah Nicholas puts that one down the channel. Orkin. Oh, lovely feet from Orkin. Ankle breaker on Nicholas. Now Brown tips that one on. Green. To drive that one in behind Paige Farries, and it goes into the 22. Gets an awkward bounce as well. Rosie Gallagher, the first one there. Great energy from the lock, but now some broken field for Farries to run into, and this is where she can cause some damage, but it's Shauna Brown makes the tackle. Now Orkin takes that one at pace. Varley with the tackle. Beckett offers herself for the carry and tips it on to Brooks. Green to the line. Oh, it goes to ground. Not sure who that was for. Oh, now Vixton. Lovely offload to Dainton into the 22. No one's there with her, so she puts the brakes on. But a moment of indecision, and it's Quins' advantage one again. Cockayne with a crossfield kick for Cowell, who can't quite get there in time. Oh, it's out into touch. And Amy Cockayne nearly wrote herself into folklore then. A lovely, lovely crossfield kick from the Quins hooker.
Wow, wow, wow. What brilliant vision from Amy Cockayne. And the execution was so almost there. You love to see it.
You certainly do. Just a quick word on Freya Orkin there, because she is known as a scrum half, but seeing her there, she can step off both feet. She took the ball well at pace there. She really does look a danger in open play.
Yeah, she's a defender's worst nightmare when she's got hands on ball and she can step. And we're just seeing the replay of the kick there from Amy Cockayne. Actually perfectly weighted, maybe unexpected from Heather Cowell out wide, but brilliant.
Well, what it's actually done is resulting in Quins' ball, because Paige Farries was tracking across. She did quite well. Another bounce there, and Heather Cowell is in. But there were feet in touch there from Farries, so it will be Quins' ball. And just imagine if this results in a driving maul try, all off the back of an Amy Cockayne crossfield kick.
I mean, that could go down in the history books. Definitely one for the highlight reel. It's put us in the right position of the pitch. Yeah, lucky enough to be on the receiving end of the line out there. So let's see.
Amelia Harper patched up. Questions to be answered there for Worcester Warriors. We saw the conversations happening, but it is Quins' ball in the 22. Their first visit to the 22. And the player of the moment gets us back underway.
Wait.
Oh.
Yeah, time wasn't on, so we're going to have that line out again. Very straightforward. Very straightforward. Time on. Let's play.
Max Weston telling the players exactly what he expects from them. There's another challenge there, but it goes up for Gallagher.
Don't change your mind. Penalty advantage.
Now Amelia Buckland's dragged it down. Quins have the advantage. They might not need it. They're close to the line. They are over the line. That is the bonus point try for Harlequins.
And I think it's Amy Cockayne that's going to come up with the ball. It is after the crossfield kick, she gets the point.
A well-earned 5-pointer for Amy Cockayne, showing that she is a full-court footballer. But Amelia Buckland there, just trying to be as awkward as she can, but we can see she's clearly dragged that down. There won't be any further action, I don't think. She won't be going to the sin bin. But it won't matter at the moment for Harlequins, because that's a fourth try, that's a bonus point try. Amy Cockayne's 8th of the season. No, Ellie Green still looking for her first points of the day. Green off the mark, Quins extend the lead, 22-3.
Great nudge for Ellie Green there to get the points on the board ticking over.
Just a word on Amy Cockayne, because her level never drops, does it? And she's been doing this for years.
She is a great leader within the squad. Her level never drops, whether that be at training or on the pitch on a Saturday or Sunday. She is phenomenal.
22-3, the restart driven in, and a good take. Bit of a long barrier there for Cowell.
Tackle, Blue!
Gets round the first defender, and then Farries, among others, makes the tackle. Dainton. Decent step off the left from Bethan Dainton as well.
Timing. Line used.
And then Packer boxes, not a lot of length on that. And there won't be a challenge. Well, until Heather Cowell rushes up on Jess Kershaw. So makeshift scrum half then for Worcester Warriors. And all the forwards commit. Cara Brincat was in there. Now Alex Matthews tips on. Flow Long. She's being held up there. No. Sarah Beckett told to release, and does. Oh, a little chip over the top, and Beckett gathers that easily and then backs into Murphy. Green could be on here for Quins if they time the passes right. Chuima draws the player, and now Orkin. Mayhew needs to stay in field and does. Orkin to Chuima, who needs to put the hammer down now. Foxwell chases, she's not going to get there, and Langi Chuima dots down for her second, Harlequins fifth, and that one might just be the pick of the bunch.
From one corner in the first half to another corner in the second, Langi Chuima is on fire.
Well, the interplay between the outside backs for Harlequins. That ball there, Chuima to Orkin. And then the offload, and Chuima. Sure, there might be some Worcester Warriors supporters watching at home, suggesting the direction of one, maybe two of those passes. But the finish from Chuima, the interplay. Right to the chalk and then back inside. Five tries for Quins. Green puffs out the chest, looking for a second conversion. Another good strike, looks good. Oh, sneaks underneath the crossbar. She's not had a lot of luck, but all the tries have been out wide. And it is 27 points to 3. And once again, as they did in the first half, tries in quick succession, taking advantage of that momentum.
Yeah, when the momentum is with Quins, they will put the foot down and they will keep pressing. So we've seen Worcester need to come up with some answers to really put the pressure back on.
Sarah Moreira coming on for Worcester Warriors. Athletic back rower, a Cardiff Met archer. Of course, they know all about those here at the Stoop. Jess Kershaw. Worcester go into the boot, perhaps searching for the 50-22, but it gives Orkin the chance to clear. Not the best of connections, and she apologises for that kick, but just the chance to reset in defence. But a rare opportunity for Worcester Warriors to build some momentum. Because you wouldn't blame them for being a little bit shell-shocked after conceding those back-to-back tries.
Yeah, definitely come out firing the second half, this Quins team, and Worcester have had a couple of changes, so just bedding in. So hopefully we get some good go forward from this.
Well, Rosie Gallagher trying to wade through them all there, but no such luck. And February, oh, lovely offload from February, and Varley crashes through the line. Now it's Quins' turn to be stretched and flow long. Keeps the legs driving and takes Worcester Warriors to 5 metres. Brown called away, doesn't, so now Warriors with a penalty advantage and a chance to get their first 5-pointer of the match. Desperately close as they have been now. Is it going to go wide? Kick into the in-goal area, gathered well, touched down, and we'll go back for the penalty advantage. Free shot at it, nice touch there from Murphy, perhaps a little bit too much juice on it. Shauna Brown not rolling away. And Worcester Warriors going for the corner.
Number 1, you're being changed. Yep.
Front row change then for Harlequins. Vixton coming off. Duffy coming on.
Okay, time on.
Uncontested line out. Oh, they've gone up the blind side. Good tackle. And the training ground move doesn't work on the first phase. Oh, and then the knock on, and it is just not happening for Worcester Warriors today.
Yeah, again, the execution just not quite there. They've really got the intent, they've got the strong carries, they've got the go forward. It's just the finishing we need.
On the 5.
And another chance disappears.
It does, and now big moment for Hannah Duffy, just coming onto the field and straight into the scrum after straight into the line out. So busy first couple of minutes for Duffy.
Crouch. Bye.
So the scrum, the one area of the match where Worcester Warriors have had the slight ascendancy. And Duffy will be hoping to shore that scrum up, and looks as if it has. Oh, what a handoff there by Burford. And then Dainton is on hand. Cocaine, the latest to carry. Now Tuima. They brought her 10 metres. Thompson's underneath it. Nicholas. Now Farries. Again, Favour stepping off that left foot, so takes it in field and then gets picked up and dumped down. Quins have managed to slow it down, but it's still with Worcester Warriors. There's Green coming out of the line, and Varley juggles with it and seizes the momentum again. Kershaw, that blind side. Oh, gap opens up there for Thompson. Does well off her wing. Oh, and skips away from the final defender, Lydia Thompson. Showing all of her experience, her strength and her qualities to get Worcester Warriors' first try.
That is exactly what Lydia Thompson can do, given an inch of space. Absolute power and acceleration, and brilliant finish from her.
She looked as though she'd run into traffic and the chance was gone. It was a good chase back. Langi Tuima was the last defender. Oh, and just skips away.
You can kind of see the
Yeah, she bursts through there, and then Freya Orkin does brilliantly to catch up. Fingertips on the shirt, and oh, just slips off the end.
But again, it's Thompson identifying where the defenders are. Saw that it was Rosie Gallagher, and the wingers always think they can get the better of those big forwards, and on that occasion she did. Excellent try. Still work to be done here for Worcester Warriors. One penalty, one try. Will there be one conversion as well? Yes, there will. Worcester Warriors up to 10.
Very well weighted conversion there. That looked to sail through the post.
So Worcester Warriors trailing by 17. Harlequins already with 1 point in the bag. Of course, they'll be hoping for 5. Approaching the final quarter of the game, Gio. I'm just telling you now, you are awarding the player of the match, so get thinking. I'll ask you on about 75 minutes, unless the game's really in the balance.
Perfect, not a problem at all.
And I don't want you to treat it lightly either. Treat it like the Oscars. I want nominees, I want reasonings. Oh, they've coughed it up again, Worcester Warriors, and it's Langi Tuima who seizes it back. Dainton in at scrum half, pass off the left hand, and now Harper. Cocaine into the 22. First touch there for Duffy. She places the ball back. Now Brown tries to find Beckett on the line, who gets up over the gain line. Then the pick and go from Shauna Brown. That is the trademark from the England prop forward. Takes Quins to within 5 metres. Galligan thought about the tip on, but then drove forward and somehow got the ball away. Excellent work from Galligan. Harlequins slowly moving to the right-hand side. Now that's where the numbers are. Green calling for it. Looking for a pass over the top, but she's thrown the interception. Now there could be a foot race here. Lovely offload. Green just delaying on the pass a little bit. There's nobody back for Quins, but that ball hasn't gone out. So now they're going to have to do it from deep. Galligan. Oh, good offload there, and got Harper dragged down. It was a great chase back. It was Flo Long keeping up with her step for step. Now Green. Duffy again. Great leg drive. Green goes to the line and absorbs the contact. She's got Shauna Brown there with her. Sarah Moreira called away. Tuima. No look pass. Oh, Freya Orkin exposed the rib cage, and Lydia Thompson took full advantage. Well, Joe Brown's turned it over, and credit to Freya Orkin, she's back on her feet.
Yeah, they took the opportunity from that huge tackle to take the go forward and win that turnover, and now they're looking to play in the right area of the pitch again. Oh, but straight out. Oh, unfortunate.
Well, it was a no-look pass, wasn't it, to Freya Orkin, which when they work are great, but when they don't, they leave your ribs exposed, and Lydia Thompson licked her lips.
It was. She was lined up perfectly, unfortunately for Freya. Yeah, hands above the head catching that ball, and great read from Lydia Thompson to make the hit.
We saw one in the men's game last week, Quins against Sale Sharks, where Archie White gave Andre Esterhazy the same hospital pass, and Manu Tuolangi. Oh my goodness me.
Yeah, that is certainly someone you don't want to receive one of those from.
Yeah, I'd imagine between those two, they're probably 240 kilos.
Oh, that's a collision and a half.
Certainly is. Well, another break in play here. We're into the final quarter of the match. The kick had gone straight out. I think Harlequins have been excellent today, but very often Worcester Warriors have been masters of their own downfall.
They have, unfortunately, just the ball not going to hand, or that last pass and the last ditch parts that just not quite going well for them. But it's been a really exciting last sort of 10-15 minutes, so it could be a great finishing.
Well, Worcester Warriors have still got plenty to play for. There's another couple of tries and they could get a losing bonus point. There are 3 tries, of course, for that try bonus point, but that does seem a long way off. Both teams making changes. Jade Mullen coming on. And then Vicky Laughlin, very experienced player, over 50 appearances for Worcester Warriors. She's coming on wearing number 23, and Elizabeth Shermer, the trainee science teacher, coming on as well. But Harlequins looking to get a rumble on. Amy Cocaine in position at the back, looking to add to her tries, and peels away and is pulled down 5 metres short. Quins need quick ball. Langi Tuima on a hat-trick, remember. Takes it back into the contact zone. Shauna Brown. There's Packer.
Move, Blue!
Quins on the verge of a 6th try. It's a bit more laborious this time than the free-flowing rugby that we've seen, but they all count for 5.
Hold up, goal line drop up.
Well, that chance gone, but with a goal line dropout, Quins will get the ball back. Worcester have gone quickly as well. Thought they'd spotted some space, but none is there. And now Packer, Mayhew. Here's Duffy, takes it off the fingertips of Gallagher. He's been busy since coming on, Duffy. Now Brown and Harper. As Matthews called off it. Burford. Now Gallagher. Oh, she strides through Gallagher, gets the offload away to Beckett. The second rowers linking up. It's try number 6. But how about that from Rosie Gallagher?
She's been instrumental in Harlequins' attack so far today. Line breaks, tackling, and then the breaks and the offload ability from Rosie Gallagher. She's having a fantastic day.
And Sarah Beckett on that trailing line, just reminding everyone that she is a number 8.
Yeah, she's reaping the rewards of the break there, and you've got to be in the right place at the right time to run those good support lines. So great from Sarah Beckett to fall over the line there.
Yeah, Vicky Foxwell did well on the chase to stifle the rampaging Gallagher, but great awareness to get the ball away. And Sarah Beckett gets her 4th try of the season.
And a slightly easier kick for Ellie Green, we should say.
She slotted one from here when she was training me. I missed the same kick, embarrassingly.
Yes, I did see that.
Oh, she's hit the beans on toast.
Off the uprights. Unfortunate for Ellie Green.
6 tries, 1 conversion. Harlequins 32, Worcester Warriors 10. 15 minutes to go.
And she's been replaced by 16, Catlin.
Duffy on the ball again. Cocaine able to put her feet up for the rest of the match. Davinia Catlin coming on. Expect plenty of carries from her. Always busy when given the opportunity as Worcester Warriors win the penalty.
On the wrong side. 8's turned the ball over, got it clear.
Joe Brown with another turnover.
Yeah, she has been fantastic and the ultimate back row player, and that's exactly what you want from your back row.
Captain of the side, of course.
Yeah, and living up to it with leading from the front and making those turnovers, those big carries, and being crucial for Worcester today.
Well, Worcester Warriors will want to take the handbrake off here and end this game on their terms, because they've not had a lot to celebrate in this match so far.
Oh, unfortunate, not straight for Worcester. We had Meg Varley lining up there at first receiver, so it would have been exciting to see what that set play looked like.
And they're looking to make another change as well, Worcester Warriors. You can see Lisa Campbell stripped off and ready to come on. Dual code player, Rugby League World Cup winner many moons ago.
Impressive.
Crouch!
You ever had a go at league?
Bye.
Actually, I did. In the summer, I had a stint for London Broncos. Yeah.
Tough on the lungs, isn't it?
It definitely is a different ball game, but yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Dainton goes from the base of the scrum. Warriors' bodies over it, but no turnover this time, and Quinn's inside their own 22. Another excellent carry. And Lucy Packer.
9, use it. Blue, stay back foot.
Told to use it, not in a hurry to do so. And boxes that up over halfway. Frustrating one there for Vicky Laughlin, only just on the pitch. Perhaps thinking about where she was going to attack as opposed to actually making the catch.
Yeah, looking in front, we're all guilty of it as players. It happens to the best of us, so unfortunate for Vicky Laughlin there.
1, Carmen Tremelin, being replaced by 18, Lisa Campbell.
Hookers,
Campbell on, the Kiwi front rower. See if that affects the dynamic of the scrum. A little movement there from Worcester Warriors, but then it comes at the back and Green gets it on the wraparound. Great offload from Green, creates some space, and Orchard so nearly through. Dainton, her engine is relentless. And then Burford uses that strength to set it up. Galligan offers herself again. Catlin was the option on the outside, but Galligan tucks and goes. Green again takes it right to the line, and Shauna Brown through this time. Gets the offload away. Brown gets it back inside the forwards, linking beautifully, but Worcester Warriors stifle the attack, but for how long? Quinn's in search of try number 7. They're queuing up on the right-hand side. And that is try number 7.
And it's Jade Mullen, I believe, that's gone over the line. Oh, brilliant. And the linking play from Sarah Beckett and Shauna Brown was phenomenal, and those two will definitely be talking about that one all week.
Deservedly so as well. Mullen adds her name to the scoreboard. But that is another sumptuous team try from Harlequins. Mullen, of course, only just on the pitch. And getting on the end of a fabulous move. Well, we'll see the final phase here, and could have been any number of players, couldn't it? But Burford just times that pass so well. It's the second time today she has waited till the very last second to deliver that telling ball.
Yeah, it's exactly what you want from your ball players and your distributors, and Rachel Burford being, world class in that. She has lined that up perfectly, and Jade Mullen timing her line perfectly as well to result in the try.
Well, there are a couple of final changes being made. Shauna Brown coming off, try scorer Izzy Mayhew coming off, just as Ellie Green lines up this conversion. The kick is good. Harlequins 39, Worcester Warriors 10.
I think Polly Roberts has made her way onto the field for that replacement. Exciting player, very exciting. She can slot in at 9, and I think she's coming on the wing for Izzy Mayhew, so it'd be very good to see her get hands on ball.
Steph Evans coming on for Worcester Warriors as well.
Impact players for Harlequins. Off the pitch, number 3, Shauna Brown, and number 11, Izzy Mayhew, and they've been replaced by 18.
Well, that's batted in field. It was unorthodox, but it's come back Quinn's way into the final 10 minutes. And again, Quinn's conceding a penalty from the restart.
15.
Freya Orkin, the guilty party. Oh, that's a good kick to the corner as well. You can just see the hustle and bustle there from
On you.
Worcester Warriors, called in to make the decision. It's a fresh pack.
you as well, okay?
They've emptied the bench. There it is, Lisa Campbell, who goes over to give the instructions.
12
And in comes the ball.
Inside the 5.
Now it starts to rumble for Worcester Warriors. Quinn's doing well to slow it down, but there's the second shove. Trying to force it towards the line. But it's a second try for Worcester Warriors, and huge celebrations as well. And Elle February dots it down for Worcester Warriors. She scored on her return from that ACL injury against DMP, and she's added another here at the Stoop. It's a second score for Worcester Warriors, and they move up to 15.
Yeah, she picked the moment perfectly to break away from that maul and get straight over the line, so great finish from her.
Just watch her position there. She waited for space, didn't she? Always a difficult job for Lucy Packer or any scrum half to stop a rampaging hooker with the try line in sight.
Yeah, it's absolutely not what you want to be put under pressure at that moment, but again, great from Elle February to finish.
Oh, it's one each in conversions, hitting the post as well.
Yeah, it's a little bit of accuracy games going on in terms of how many can we hit off the sticks, but 1-1.
Well, let's start to talk about player of the match then. I don't want your answer just yet, but who's impressed you on both sides of the ball today, starting with the Warriors?
Starting with Warriors, I think Meg Varley, we haven't spoken a lot about her, but I think she's been very, very good in the midfield for Worcester Warriors, and I think Alicia Washington, the USA Eagle, has been great carrying. She's no longer on the pitch, but she had a great impact for Worcester. So yeah, couple from that side.
Well, ball's back with Harlequins, so we'll come back to that conversation at the next stoppage. Davinia Catlin with the go forward, that red scrum cap taking Quins up to the 22. That's Green. Now Burford. Oh, massive tackle there from Meg Varley. You were just complimenting her on the impact she's had on this game. Galligan. Again winning the collision, but Warriors making a good tackle and slowing the ball down. And slowing it down a little bit too much for referee Max Weston's liking.
17 off it.
Oh, Rachel Burford is going to keep this ball alive, is she? Oh no, they're going to kick for the corner. Thought she was going to have a little tap and keep things moving along.
It's not really windy.
Yeah, we've got Legatuma stepping up to the plate to secure that ball, I'm sure, straight into the corner.
For Harlequins then, who have you been impressed with?
There's been so many great performances out there today. Rachel Burf has been instrumental. Ellie Green, her first game back in the 10 shirt. Yeah, there's a couple of names. Legatuma.
Oh, chaos from the penalty. Touch was missed,
Not rolling.
and then Quins don't roll away and concede the penalty themselves. Madness.
It's very to and fro in these final moments of the game.
Okay, the Oscar for the Allianz Premier 15 Player of the Match goes to...
The Oscar for me is someone who was strapped up heavily in the first half and has been instrumental, making great line breaks, and that goes to Rosie Galligan for me.
Harlequins number 4, Rosie Galligan, is the player of the match. And just as that is announced, she is replaced.
She hung on just to get the trophy there.
But another great performance, line breaks, big tackles, she's put her hand up for carries, she's assisted tries, and she is a deserved recipient as the Allianz Premier 15's player of the match. And I'd imagine she will be wrapped in cotton wool until Sale Sharks next week, because she's been so important to Quins' success this season.
Yeah, fantastic signing in the summer to come across, and she has definitely slotted into the squad and been instrumental in the way we play, and she's really embraced the Quins way and playing brilliantly.
Well, final few minutes then. Well, it's been a really interesting encounter, but ultimately a solid and necessary performance from Harlequins. 5 points in the bag. They'll draw level with Exeter Chiefs at the end of this, with Sale Sharks to come next week. Jess Kershaw, I think she's had a good game as well. Walking, steps off the left foot. It is a joy to watch. Nudging behind there from Green. That's Laughlin. Gathers that one a lot cleaner than she gathered the last. Manages to offload the ball to. Worcester Warriors running out of time. Still need 2 tries for a bonus point.
Ruck, no hands, 20.
Pressure on the kick, and Freya Hawkins underneath it. Could be some broken field for her to run into here. In fact, she's going to chip it over the top. And has she been taken out late? Well, she's gone down clutching her face. I was watching the ball after the chip kick.
Too late tackle.
Yeah, unfortunately looks as if the Worcester player may have turned into her there, and I'm unsure on what the call will be.
Penalty's where it landed, so it'll be here.
Well, we're going to have a little look here. There was the chip ahead. Oh, yeah, big collision. I think it was as innocent as it could be, because she was going for the charge down and on the way down, but I think there might have been an elbow that caught Freya Orkin there.
Yeah, unfortunate. Yeah, the Worcester player there going straight for the charge down. The chip brilliantly weighted, but unfortunately Freya's come off worse there.
Well, Rosie Gallagher's been awarded the player of the match, and proof that she's had such a good game is the fact that you didn't award it to Langi Chuima.
I know. Those were my two that I was torn between. But I thought, being a back, give it to a forward. Why not?
Equal opportunities co-commentator.
Yeah, be popular in camp this week.
Well, it's been great to have your company today. Confirmation from the referee. Still 5 minutes on the clock here. Still opportunity for Worcester Warriors to get those couple of tries. Still opportunity for Harlequins to push on. But I think with the scoreline as it is, the 5 points in the bag, Gerard Mullen would take full time now. No more risk of any injuries.
Yeah, I mean, wouldn't we? I see Izzy Mayhew's warming back up there, potentially to come on there for Freya. It's a blood replacement, I'm not sure.
Well, still plenty to look forward to for both of these teams. And the scoreline might not be on their side today, but there is lots to like about this Worcester Warriors outfit. And this league continues to grow, continues to improve. I can see them not only putting a spanner in the works for the top teams, but also looking to push on themselves. I think we've seen this year with Bristol Bears' improvement and Exeter Chiefs, there are opportunities for teams to come in and upset the regular order and push on to the playoffs themselves.
Yeah, I think as we looked into next season, I don't think there'll be a regular order anymore. It's definitely becoming a competitive league, and that's exactly what you want for women's rugby and to push the game forward.
And with all these, I say new teams, obviously Exeter Chiefs and Bristol Bears have been around for a long time, less so with Exeter Chiefs on the women's side of the game, but Gloucester Hartpury aren't going to be happy with not being in the playoffs. Wasps aren't going to be happy with not being in the playoffs. Loughborough Lightning aren't going to be happy not being in the playoffs.
Yeah, that top four is looking different this year. It is so competitive. 5 points between being inside, outside, a couple of points here and there will make all the difference. Langi
Chuima back into the 22 for Harlequins. Freya Rorkin with some fetching headgear. Just having a count to the players to see whether or not... Well, they're going to play with 14 for now. Scrappy ball, and Amelia Harper just about cleans it up. Catlin wants it, she takes that behind. Good take by Catlin at pace. Got Hannah Duffy now. Some tired bodies out there from both teams. Got Lauren Brooks trotting back into position. Oh, Chuima trying to go around the outside, and Vicky Laughlin makes the tackle on the far side. Duffy. Quins in search of try number 8. Oh, Dainton threatening to get through there. A good turn of pace there from Lauren Brooks, but she is met by a blue wall. That was Campbell making the tackle as Burford checks back inside. Slow ball here for Harlequins, but ball in the right part of the pitch. There is Beckett, try scorer, straight back into the contact zone. Catlin picks and goes.
Not now, Blue Ruck.
Harlequins seeing out the final 5 minutes in the ascendancy, as they have been for much of this game. Now our clock has gone red, and the referee has confirmed there's still time to go. This is crude work from the champions.
No, you can play the ball. Tackle, Blue.
Another good carry, strong carrying. Worcester Warriors hanging by a thread.
Short.
Oh, just short for Quins. That's shoved over the line. Gonna have a look at this.
You're
no
on
try.
your knees.
Well, not just no try, but a penalty conceded as well.
Yeah, saving grace with the whistle there for Worcester. They get to clear their lines.
I think in games like this, You need to concentrate on positives if you're Worcester Warriors, and that try-line defence there was definitely a positive.
Yeah, they fronted up and definitely made the hits when they mattered there, and they got the turnover in the end.
Freya Orkin off, Izzy Mayhew on. Again, we'll hope that is a precautionary measure for Freya Orkin. She's really making an impact in this first team here at Harlequins, given the opportunity. Out of position, remember?
Out 17, 19.
That's a good drive there from Worcester Warriors. Just eating up the metres. Now they're into the Quins half. Going to finish on their terms. Getting a bit dark out there. No floodlights, still our gorgeous step. And the kick pass looking for Thompson, who's not going to get there. What a take that is by Polly Roberts. Then Chuima puts it on the toe. Thompson back in her own 22, and Chuima puts the shot in. Foxwell, scrappy kick, and oh, lovely touch from Packer. That's going in the highlights reel, but that pass perhaps not. Oh, Catlin then picks it up. It's Harlem Globetrotters stuff here from the hosts. And then illegally turned over. There have been some moments in this game that if you ask me to describe them, I would really, really struggle. Absolute carnage, but it's been very entertaining.
You definitely couldn't write it. Yeah, we've got a Worcester player down at the moment, so chance to catch our breath from exciting few phases.
A confirmation there from Max Weston that this is the last play of the match. So, what do? Do you kick for the posts? It's an easy 3 points. It's not risking any injuries. Or do you bash it to the corner and look for try number 8?
I'd back Ellie Green just to close out in style here for us. That would be my decision on the day, but we'll see what Quins go for here.
Harlequins 39, Worcester Warriors 15. It was 15-3 at half-time. Tries from Carl, Tuima and Mayhew. Then further tries in the second half from Cocaine.
Okay, time is back on.
Tuima, Beckett, Mullen. Try for Thompson in there as well. And then El February too.
And we are going for the sticks.
Well, it'll be a nice way to end for Ellie Green, who will probably beat herself up for missing the conversions, but at times in midfield has pulled the strings beautifully, and it's great to have her in the outside half jersey. Another incredibly exciting young player in a league full of incredibly exciting young players. Three points to end the match for Ellie Green, 42 points for Harlequins, 7 tries, and most importantly for the champions, 5 points. They draw level with Exeter Chiefs in the Allianz Premier 15's league table and put a 6-point gap between themselves and the Wasps. Now all of the teams have played 13 games. An important victory with a bare bones squad, just 22 named in the matchday squad today, and that wasn't a choice that Jared Mullen had. It was the 22 players that he had fit. Full time here at the Stoop, Harlequins 42, Worcester Warriors 15. And Joe Comerford, probably a mixture of happiness but ultimately relief to just get over the line, and hopefully with no more injuries for the champs.
Yeah, no more injuries needed in the Harlequins camp. Really, really happy with the results today from a squad that have come together, people playing out of position, and everyone stepped up and playing brilliantly. So yeah, tasty top 4 and tasty 2-3 weeks ahead.
Oh, some great games still to come, and tough fixtures for Harlequins, of course. They've still got Bristol Bears and Wasps to play, but then Saracens and Bristol and Exeter have all still got to play each other. Let's have a look at some of the highlights from the second half then. The line-out maul for Harlequins, when they get it right, it's one of the joys of this league.
It is, and it's a hooker's dream to tag onto the back of those and really drive that through, and Amy Cocaine, I believe, finished that one in style.
Well, a hooker's dream, of course, is to have that try off the back of a crossfield kick. This one here, look, there were forward passes, but the interplay between the backs here on the left-hand side, Langi Chuima getting her second. That's a try. That's the kind of try that gets people tuning into women's rugby.
It is, and that is exactly what we want to see. The confidence to give those offloads and go throw those passes under pressure. The girls are used to playing with each other, and they're really enjoying their rugby. You can see from that.
Well, Langi Chuima getting her second.
Yeah, what a performance from Langi today.
And then Worcester Warriors came back with a highlights reel try of their own. Lydia Thompson, clean pair of heels.
Yeah, there's not many people catching Lydia Thompson once she's broken that line. Freya Alkin came really close there, but again, a great finish from the winger.
Well, speaking of great finishes, we talked about the backs interplay. What about this from the forwards?
Shauna Brown and Sarah Beckett, the dynamic duo I shall call them from now on. But yeah, brilliant play.
Yeah, and Rosie Gallagher involved as well. She was your player of the match.
She was. She didn't score all the points, but she definitely orchestrated a lot of them, and I think that hard work really deserves to be recognised today from a great performance from her.
Well, this was Elle Febvre at the blind side, threatening to go up the blind side, but then going to the open side and getting the second try. Just back to Rosie Gallagher then, your player of the match. When you do have a bare bones squad, ultimately it's the forwards who are going to win you the match, and you need your fit, your strong, your powerful forwards, your leaders on the pitch to put their hands up. And it wasn't just Rosie Gallagher who did that today, was it? Amy Cockayne did, Shauna Brown did, Sarah Beckett did, and Bethan Dainton was superb again.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant performance from the pack. They're a really tight-knit unit, some great ball carriers that all work really hard for each other, and they did that today brilliantly.
Well, Joe, absolute pleasure to have your company today. A pleasure having your company wherever you've been watching around the world as well. We're back here on Sunday for Harlequins against Sale Sharks. It's 2 o'clock kickoff. Tickets are available, so come and join us at the Stoop. It's a rare opportunity to watch the champs at home in this brilliant league. But the story here is Harlequins have another 5 points in the bag. They're one match closer to the playoffs in their quest to go back-to-back. It is Harlequins 42, Worcester Warriors 15.